Hi guys, Simon here, and as promised, I'm bringing you footage of the boss fight, the main boss fight from the Ritual of the Mahjarrat quest. Now this is where you take on Lucien himself, who appears to be a level 750 throughout most of the fight, although at the end it does actually go up to level 800. I don't know whether that's planned or not. So yeah, he's a level 750, however you'll find that you don't actually go in close quarters with him for quite a lot of the fight. So I actually missed the first cutscene to start the fight there. Now there is like a pre-boss, which is the General Khazard. He's level 250, but your stats are boosted up to nearly 200 each, assuming you're at level 99, and so you get that one out of the way quite quickly, even with just rocktails or any kind of food. I actually used Bruise, which is a bad idea because it brewed down my stats, but it was still an okay fight. So this is the main boss fight, and this is the one I wanted to show you. So you see, at the start you would have seen that there was 4 of these big ice titans. They're called I think they're called enhanced ice titans, but basically they're level 275 and they attack with melee. Now fortunately they don't hit too high, but what you really need to be worrying about is Lucien's attacks. So obviously he's level 750 and he can deal some serious damage. Now there's 2 main attacks that you need to focus and look out for. So as you've seen, I've run far into the distance and you can't really see a lot. Now the first attack you want to watch out for is the shadow barrage he does. He sends a big black skull at you and you can see it. And so as this black skull comes at you, what you need to do is you need to move away from it, because otherwise it will hit rapid hits of literally anywhere between 150 and 300. So sometimes you'll see that I'll get down really low, and this is because if you stand on it when it's doing it does about 4 or 5 hits, I believe, and it will just rapidly hit you and hit you and hit you, and you can really suffer some serious damage. Now the second magic attack that it does is a barrage, and it actually puts you in a big ice prison, and what you have to do is you have to spam click until it lets you out. Like every time you spam click, it says like you try and force your way out and it will weaken, and then eventually you'll break out. Now the combination of these 2 spells is obviously deadly, because if you're trapped in the prison and then he shadow barrages you, then you're going to get hit and you can't move, and then if you don't get out of the prison as well, the prison hits you for about 600, so it can be deadly. But simply just using basic melee setups, and I'd advise using rocktails as this method instead of the bruise that I showed, you'll get the first form out of the way. So as you see, you went into a cutscene there, and once the first form is down, you'll now get into the second form, which is quite a long form. Like, you're going to get pretty bored, although the damage isn't too high. You can do it with rocktails. Your stats are boosted to between 150 and 200 again. Now I would advise, unfortunately I was just using bruise and overloads. It wasn't actually the best method. You can use rocktails on this, and it summons must be about 15 of these ice demons, level 300. This one you will definitely need to pray mage for, as you'll be in close quarters with Lucien for most of the fight, and you still need to mainly be concerned about these shadow barrages. Now he doesn't freeze you in the prisons as he did before, but what actually happens is these ice demons launch the ice spikes. Now these ice spikes are treated very much in the same way the ones are at Nex. However, they're not, instead of being a prison of ice, they're just randomly orientated. It can trap you in, but what you need to do is you need to break free of them, and the main reason is that is you don't want to get caught inside a little ice enclave when you've got the shadow barrage going on, so you need to get yourself out. Now, as you see, this is in 400 times speed, and you can still see that I haven't even killed one of these ice demons. They have some serious life points. I don't know the exact number, obviously, but you do need to be really careful. Now, you do get healed up by the people around you, like Satifi and everything. They will slowly heal you up in terms of life points, but you will need a lot of prayer, and you just need to watch out that you don't get hit from the shadow barrage, as that is so deadly. The combo potential is extreme. So as you saw at the start of that little clip, then one of the mages in there that's helping you in this fight against Lucien, he summons the 6 Barrows brothers. So these Barrows brothers are here to help, and everything here apart from the ice demons you can't attack. Even if you try and attack Lucien, which you would be pretty mental to even attempt it, it won't actually let you. But you can see the 6 Barrows brothers there, and basically even if they die, they get hit quite rapid. They've got low life points. Even if they die, it doesn't matter, as they will just respawn, because obviously they're actually just spirits. And so what you kind of want to do is just live out this phase. Just keep close to them, make sure you're getting your heals. I don't know if the proximity next to these guys helps with healing, but just make sure that you get these ice demons down and avoid the shadow barrages. That's what's really going to make it so you can't complete it. If you avoid all the shadow barrages and make sure you keep your prayers on, you'll be fine. So as you see there, the Barrows brothers killed most of them, and I go into the next form. Now once you've got that phase out of the way, most of the combat's really over, There is an extraordinary amount of cutscenes. I cannot quite believe how long some of these cutscenes are in this quest. Like before this boss fight there was so many. You can see this cutscene here, even in 400 times, goes on for ages. So in this third form, it literally just summons 4 armoured zombies about level 135, I think. And yeah, all you have to do is kill them. There's nothing really special, and the Barrows brothers are here to help you as well. So it's an extremely easy form. As long as you keep Prey Mage on and avoid the Shadow Barrage again, you'll be completely fine, and you'll get it out of the way. And then it will move on to the next phase, in which the Arav creature will be summoned. So this crazy guy that you've met in a lot of quests beforehand. Now you do need to be careful of this guy, because basically in this phase you'll see that I'm just attacking him and dealing, although I'm dealing damage, it's actually not taking anything off his life points bar. This is because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But in the quest, if you remember, like assuming you're at this point in the quest, if you remember what you did, you actually get given a Rav's heart by the guy in the temple at St. Tiston, and you have a Rav's heart and you actually hide it in some rubble, and that's actually south of the ritual stone where Lucien is standing. So what you need to do is, when finally a Rav gets lured onto you, because he's actually attacking the Barrows brothers for most of the time, when he gets lured onto you, you need to run away and drag him towards his heart. And once he's towards his heart, he'll like see it, and he'll bring up a chat bar saying, "Oh, that's my heart," and then he'll actually be sort of become mortal to the point that you can then go and kill him. But even though he's mortal, you'll actually need to take down the... so once you see it now, I'm running over towards him, I'm luring him. There's the chat options. It says it's got his heart, and then it will go through some more chat options, and you have to kill the stone gargoyle here. So the stone gargoyle is very easy to kill. As you saw, I just kind of let the Barrows brothers do most of the work, and it goes through another chat option when he's nearly dead. And again, after that chat option, it summons a Glacior. So if you saw my video earlier, you'll know that the Glacior is the new boss. You don't really need to go and attack it at all. What you need to do is go and loot. There's 4 different beacon fragments that get dropped, and you need to pick them up, repair them, and use them on the tree which they came from, which is right at the it's right at the eastern end, I believe, or the western end. And once you've used it on the tree, then it will bring up this huge cutscene, stupidly long cutscene in my opinion. And this is actually, you've actually completed the boss fight. It's actually the end. So you'll see the Dragon King come up, and there's quite a... The graphics team have clearly been working on this one hard, and like Lucien comes up, approaches the Dragon King, and then they kind of just do some ninja moves and stab him through the heart with a pole, and he's dead. So that's actually pretty much quest complete after that. And so if you got through that boss fight, then really well done to you, as it was a tough one. And so for anyone that did it, you did really, really well.